Donald Trump has said he's willing to build migrant detention camps and deploy the U.S. military to deport the more than 11 million undocumented immigrants in this country. It would be the largest deportation operation in American history. Do you support that plan?
11 million. That's an outdated. That was the number 10 years ago. We're talking upwards of 20, 25, maybe 30 million.
Well,
There's been almost 10 million people that have entered this.
So Marco Rubio, who used to serve as Donald Trump's Secretary of State, was on NBC's Meet the Press with Kristen Welker. And let me tell you, she came ready to throw some traps his way. She tried to corner him not once, not twice, but 3 times, all over Trump's immigration policies. Let's take a look at how it all went down.
Country unlawfully in the last 3 years.
To the question, would you support it?
The number varies big time. I mean, it's another 9 to 10 million people just in the last 3 years. The answer to your question is yes. We cannot absorb 25, 30 million people who entered this country illegally. They're here illegally. What country on earth would tolerate that? We don't even know who most of these people are. They talk about vetting them with what? They're coming from nations that don't even have document systems in many cases. Yes, we are going to have to do something, unfortunately. We're going to have to do something dramatic to remove people from this country that are here illegally, especially people we know nothing about. But 10 million, 11 million, that was the number 15 years ago. Today, it's upwards of probably 25 to 30 million, maybe more.
Senator, here's what you said about Donald Trump's mass deportations proposals in 2016. Take a look.
I don't think it's reasonable to say you're going to round up and deport 11 million people. I don't think it's a plan that works. I don't think that's a realistic policy.
So why have you changed your mind now?
Because the issue has completely changed. When I said that, and back in 2013 when I was involved in immigration reform, we had 11, 12 million people that had been here for longer than a decade. Now we've had almost that number in the last 3 years alone from all over the world, including people that I believe are terrorists, people that I believe are going to conduct terrorist attacks in this country if given the opportunity, certainly people that were criminals in their home country. This is a completely different, this is not immigration. You asked me about immigration. This is mass migration. Mass migration. This is an invasion of the country. And it needs to be dealt with dramatically. And by the way, I'm a big poll follower, but polls show most Americans agree with us on this.
And of course, that was an issue under former President Trump as well. There was just a bipartisan proposal that was put on the table that would put more funding into border enforcement as well as limiting asylum. Republicans walked away from that. But let me move on to my next question.
No, we can't move on because that's not what that bill did. That bill also created asylum officers who right on the border will be able to give people asylum. And you give someone asylum right on the border without any appeal, no judge, nothing, just an asylum officer, they are on a path to citizenship.
Okay.
That's why I oppose that bill.
Your fellow Republican said it was the best deal that they had seen in a long, long time. But Senator,
which fellow Republican?
Senator Lindsey Graham.
Which fellow Republican said that?
Senator Lindsey Graham.
Okay, well then I disagree with Lindsey if that's what he said. I'm not in favor of asylum officers at the border that can issue asylum rulings right at the border.
Kristen Welker really thought she had all her bases covered. She came in ready, armed with old clips and prepped to corner Marco Rubio on Trump's immigration policies. But let's be honest, Rubio wasn't fazed for a second. Every time she tried to use those clips against him, he shut them down effortlessly. It's like he had a counter for every move she made. When that didn't work, she tried to shift the conversation to something else, probably thinking she could catch him off guard. But Rubio? Nope. He took control, brought it right back to the facts, and laid them out in a way that left no room for spin. Then came the kicker. She threw out this line about fellow Republicans, implying there was some big group of conservatives backing her up. Rubio didn't let that slide. He calmly asked her to name names, and guess what? She could only come up with one. Just one. All that talk about fellow Republicans, and it turned out to be a whole lot of nothing. This wasn't just an interview, it was a masterclass in how to deal with biased reporting. Rubio stayed cool, confident, and completely in control. He didn't get defensive or flustered. He just handled it with facts and composure. Honestly, it was impressive to watch. Now here's my take. This is how it's done, folks. If you're going to face tough or biased questions, this is the blueprint. Stay calm, stick to the facts, and don't let them take control of the narrative. Rubio gave a lesson in how to play offense without ever losing his cool. What do you think? Was Rubio's performance as smooth as I thought it was, or could he have done something differently? Let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear your take. And hey, if you enjoyed this breakdown, do me a favor, hit that like button and subscribe for more. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.